So the biggest set of comments that I've been getting since I kind of stopped paying attention to all this YouTube stuff and started doing other things is you coming back to the channel. What are you doing? That's been the main one. The second one is when I go on old videos and it makes me super conscious of how 16-year-old me was behaving with comments such as he needs to stop picking his nose and take a shot every time he rubs his face because, I have a lot of awkward and weird mannerisms, but here I am in the video flesh once again. It's me, Jake. I am Magical Tea Party. Now, I'm not sure how many of you know, but Magical Tea Party used to be two people. It used to be me and my ex. She is now my ex. We broke up, and therefore the YouTube channel fell to just me. And I think I did an absolutely terrible job of maintaining it because my ex did about, I'd say 90% of the work. I just showed up and I said a few things into a camera and then she did everything else. She put so many hours of work into this thing and I came incredibly unprepared, talked for 10 minutes and let her do the rest. And then when we had split apart and she had decided the channel would go to me because ultimately I was the face, unfortunately, that's all I was. I was the face. I didn't know how to record things, I didn't know how to edit things, and I didn't really know exactly how to manage a YouTube channel. I still don't know how to do any of those things, but god damn it, now I want to try. Before, I was doing this YouTube channel because she wanted to. Initially, it was a great idea that I was on board with. After a while, I felt disillusioned, like I was being made to. I wasn't being made to, it's just how I felt. And then eventually, once it became my job to do this all myself, I kind of fell out of love with it because I didn't put the effort in that I needed to. So here I am with an incredibly shoddily set up, I've got a webcam, right? There's you. I'm looking at you right now, but you are just a little lens in front of me. It's very cute. I have a microphone. All of this is old equipment that I've just recently reset up. And I have an absolutely terrible ring light app on my PC. And that is functioning. The main reason I wanted to kickstart this again is because I finally feel like I've got a adult grip on the world. I've figured out what I'm doing, where I'm going, who I am, all that stuff. I'm checking I'm recording. I was recording. Great start. And, I feel like I've decently understood how to be an adult. That was an awkward one. In the simultaneous break between me and my ex splitting up and then moving forward, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. College was going on and then it finished. COVID hit and kind of muddled up a lot of things in between. There were several pandemics that made things a lot harder. And ultimately, I never felt like I grew up and I never felt like I could actually manage time, present things in a good way. And ultimately, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It must be about 2 or 3 months after my final video. I can't exactly remember what it even was. I'm not saying I've researched the hell out of this, but that last video, a few months later, I got my first job. I'd never had a job until I was 18, and when I turned 18, I got behind a bar. That's kind of become my thing now. I'm a bartender. I have been since I was 18. I am now well into 19. I almost have 2 years of experience, and I'm very proud of what I've done. I've worked my way up fairly well. I'm at a pub that I love. I've worked one place that I had a great time at, a good year of my life that I think I served very well, and now I'm at this new place. I've settled into that. I go to the gym. And I feel like I have a really good routine with my diet now. I don't know if you look at old videos of me when I was 15 or 16, I was borderline anorexic, man. It was bad. But here I am, taking a bit better care of myself, understanding what being an adult actually is. And now I've done that, I felt like there was something missing. And then I realized I had a 2,000 subscriber YouTube channel that had been laid to the waste that I could have totally done something with. So, hello, it's me. This feels like maybe a bit too premature for this whole big announcement video. Not personally to me. I've spent a lot of time, it feels, in between finishing and starting again. You're going to have to work with me here, though, because this set is shoddy. I don't know if you noticed, I'm looking at my second monitor right now, and it's all very grey and dark. That's because it's nighttime. But that's that's really the only time that I know that I'm going to be able to record things without my family coming in. I'm still living with them. I'm still in the old room where I got constant comments about my fridge. You've got a fridge in your room? Hell yeah. And you've probably had to turn your audio up on your YouTube application or on your device way high because this microphone, while decent in quality, isn't very good in, a decent distance. The way that my setup works right now, I just can't have it close to me. And that's kind of annoying. There's a lot of things with this setup you're going to have to brace with. But for now, I want to talk about what exactly I'm doing. So before, what this channel was originally built on was Dungeon Master Guides. I still want to do that, absolutely, and I want to do that more than ever. But I want to take a different approach. Initially, what I'd do is I'd, break things down into bite-sized episodes of here's this tip. Or simultaneously, back when I'd first began, it was module-based. I think that's what got me a lot of my following. It was making sure that I maintain this whole thing of using the modules. They were the buzzwords, this popular NPC from this module, this cool moment from the module that people want to know about. That got a lot of people in, sure. I haven't ran a module in years. I don't touch those things anymore. You will not see module content from me unless I suddenly get enraptured by a particular one, purchase it and run it. Because quite frankly, I have completely lost all interest in any kind of a module. I've become too much of an independent dungeon master that, I don't really care what D&D's publishing now. I don't pay attention. So you're not going to get any of that in the news in my feed. What you are going to get is what I'm up to. And what I'm up to is a lot less D&D than I used to be up to. I used to play around 3 or 4 games a week on average. I play 2 now. That's pretty fun. I run 1 game bi-weekly. That is all the Dungeons and Dragons that I am ever preparing for and working on. Now, that is something that younger me would be very happy to hear. I was the perma-DM. I wanted to do so much Dungeons and Dragons, but nobody else really ran the game. Now everybody runs the game, and it's become a reverse problem. Well, not a problem, but I run a lot less D&D now. I'm happy for it, but simultaneously there's a lot I want to talk about. I want to engage with D&D more. I don't these days as of much. I still play it, obviously, but it feels like D&D has slowly been taking a slight backseat in my life. I don't like that. It's going to be at the forefront, whether it likes it or not. Dungeons and Dragons, you and me, we're in this together, baby. I'm making a YouTube video about you. I'm going to make another one, and I'm going to keep going. Another thing is my flair for dramatics that I have gained recently. I feel like I wasn't necessarily introverted before, but after I've started working at a bar and stuff like that, I can string together a sentence like no tomorrow. I feel like if you compare how I'm talking now to how I was before, there's a lot more clarity, there's a lot more method to the madness, there's still a lot of madness. What the hell am I even saying? Who knows? I wanted to show you something that, I've been working on. It's nothing major. It's just, a little set change. So this is my, notes area, if you will, for my Dungeons and Dragons game, Secrets of Mystère. This has been going for 18 sessions now. And this is my little nook on the Roll20. This is where I run everything now. I don't play D&D in person anymore. That is an artifact of the past. This is where we're going to be spending a lot of our time in the future. I will be doing a lot of prep videos on what I'm currently working on in D&D. And I also want to do campaign diaries. That's something I'd toyed with before and that I want to return to. A lot of this is stuff that I had originally teased and played around with and then never fully committed to. This is what I want to do. OBS is brilliant. It lets me record a screen. What the hell? 12-year-old me would be quaking with his Bandicam. I used to do Pokemon Showdown videos on this thing. Hell, I even tried like a test stream on this channel a year ago that I think one person accidentally tuned into. That was a subscriber of mine, said something, and then I shut down the stream. I'd still play that like shit. But here we are. This is where we're going to spend a lot of our time. Now, at the moment, because I have a massive light thing in my face, I can't fully interact with this the way that I want to. I'm going to troubleshoot a few things. I might play around with my monitors, figuring out where I want the light. maybe figure out if I can actually get a proper ring light display up behind me so that you actually know what's happening. Nevertheless, this is going to be an interface we see a lot. And I'm going to be talking about everything that I'm playing around with on this thing, all of the maps that I have. I'm actually going to... my face is going to go a little darker for a second, just so that I can navigate. But I'm just going to show you. This is a mega dungeon I've been devising. Here's all these floors. Look, I've got floor 2. And this is what I am currently devising, which I'll probably talk about in the next episode. Because I have far too much time on my hands, and with only running one D&D game every other week, I have the time to just make these things. Apologies if the light thing's jarring. We're workshopping. This map is pretty awesome, and I can't wait to talk about it with you guys, talk about the encounters I plan to do, talk about all the interesting monsters here. You may notice there's, a bunch of weird stuff going on. Why the hell is that shambling mound so big? We'll find out, but let's just say Matt Colville, he's given me some ideas. I think that's all I've got to show you of that for now. I don't know how much I'm going to edit, and I don't know how much I'm going to be interacting with the community. I don't exactly know what I'm going to be doing, but all I know is that I'm going to be making some bomb-ass videos, and hopefully you people are going to be watching it. If there's anyone that's been subscribed to me before, or someone that was asking where I was, here I am. If there's new people tuning in that are like, who the hell is this guy, and why the hell is he talking? Hit a subscribe, and maybe you'll figure out what. There's a great backlog of a lot of things from my past in the YouTube scene that you can have a look at on this channel. And a lot of the old module advice I still stand by to this day, as long as you can put up with some little teenage boy doing this with his face while he talks to you about it. Thank you for watching, folks. It's a pleasure. And I want to bring a lot of interaction back to this thing, so comment, give me whatever the hell video ideas you want. Right now I have vague ideas. That is it. I have ideas, that's all. But for now, here's my pretty face, saying goodbye, and hopefully you guys are going to be sticking around and watching me do this YouTube thing, because I sure know I want to do the YouTube thing. I don't know to what extent. All I know is that I've always wanted to make videos when I was a little kid. Now finally I have this bomb-ass PC, 2 monitors, a room to myself that's away from the rest of the house, and I wasn't taking advantage of it. What the hell was I doing? Thanks, guys. See you in the next one. I don't know when it will be, but I know it will be. Ta-ra. Bye-bye.